Alright, so a friend of mine asked me to make a large number 3 pinata, and so I was looking online for some ideas. The only problem I have is finding a good number 3. So there's like this kind, this kind, this one, which is kind of almost even all the way down except for right there. So I'm going to find a number 3 that I like. So I went ahead and typed in Google for number 3, and I think out of all these 3s that I kind of like this one. Let me see if I can. Alright, so what I'm going to do is, there's a couple of things you can do. One is I was going to use my Cricut to cut it out, but I don't really feel like pulling it all out and having to do that. So what I think I'm going to do is print it out, so you can just easily print this picture and then cut it out. Or if you don't have a printer, you can even place your paper on top of your screen and then lightly trace it with a pencil. And then once you get it traced, you can cut it out. And it doesn't matter what size you do, because we are going to use a method that I thought of that would work really well for making large pinatas. In fact, you can make any size pinata you want. So just go ahead and cut out, maybe even, you can even have it just be like 2 inches. That's fine, doesn't really matter. So just go ahead and print it out and then cut it out, and then I will show you how we can make a very large number 3 pinata. Alright, so now that I have my number 3, this is the one I chose to do, and you can see already in the background there's a shadow, but what we're going to do is try to enlarge it so we can make a bigger one. This is the box that I chose to do. Here's my box, and you're probably going to need a helper to either hold the flashlight or to do the drawing of the outline. So what I'm going to do for now is just put this right here. Let's see, maybe that's not gonna work out. Let's just put it on the floor. Okay, so if you don't have a helper, you're just gonna have to be creative and figure out a good way to prop everything so that you can do this. So here is my flashlight, here is my number 3, and then I'm gonna see how big I want it to be, and then however big I want, which I want it to be as big as this whole entire box. So then your person can hold this just like that for you, or whatever you have to help you. And then the other person can go ahead and trace it on the box. So what I'm going to do is this part, and then trace the outline onto the box so it's that big. This is just how big I want it to be, but if you want it to be bigger, you just need to get closer or further away depending on how big you want it to be. And since I want it to be this big, that's how I'm going to trace it on. Alright, so once I get that traced, then I can cut it out, and I have to do 2 of them because once I get this traced, I will need to do another one. I can just trace it from the first one that I cut out, and that way I can have a front and a back. Alright, so I have the 3 cut out, and then I have it on the other side, and then I got a strip of leftover cardboard, and I just taped it all the way around. So I also did put a little extra piece right here because I like to have something in the middle to kind of hold them apart from each other, even though it has it right here. This is what it looks like right now, but now I'm going to go ahead and do probably 2 layers of paper mache covering up the whole spot. Alright, so that is 2 layers of tissue paper, which is really thin. I don't really recommend using tissue paper, but that's what I had on hand. Newspaper is probably better. But I wanted it to be a solid color. I didn't want to have like all kinds of colors or print all over it, so whenever I put my streamer on there, that way you won't see through it. But so far this is what it looks like. I left this part open because this is where we're going to slide the candy in. I'm going to do the outside first, like all the way around the 3, and then I'll do the front and the back last. So she did send me a picture of what she wants it to look like, so I'm going to cut the streamers up, and then I will glue each one of these layers on with a glue stick. Okay, so as you can see on the outside of the number, I am doing these little kind of chopped up streamers. So basically what I did was I measured how wide I needed the streamer to be, and then I cut on both sides, on the left and the right, But what I did first to make sure is I folded to see how much I want it to be. So I folded it like this, and it's just basically halfway in, and then I opened it up, and then I just chopped them both on both sides. And then what I do is I fold it back so that it is like this. And then I put a glue stick all the way across the top part where it's folded at. And then I am just layering on top of each other like this. Just layering on top of each one so that it has this like chopped up ruffled look. And I will show you how it looks when I'm completely done with it. Alright, so this is what it ended up looking like. I just need to do the last part, which is going to be the little flap that's going to be right here to open and close for the candy. And because she wanted images placed on here, we did print out a few different things that we wanted to put on here. There's another page somewhere. So we're going to cut these out, and then we're just simply just going to tape them on here. And so that's pretty much going to be it. Now I just have those last few things to do, and this will be complete. Normally I like it just to be like wider and not chopped up. I don't know. I don't know why. I just really don't like the like cut up types, but I don't know. It didn't look too bad. So that is it. Alright, so that's what it looks like now that it's done. Like I said, I really don't like this type of style when it comes to pinatas with a like chopped up look. And, you know, this one just has paste pictures on it, but that's exactly like the picture, I mean, not exactly, but it's a lot like the one she found on Pinterest that she wanted. So this is how it turned out. Right here is where I put the opening for it. So you'll stick all the candy in here, and then you'll just come over here and then close it shut. I'm not sure, maybe we could tape it, but it's not really that important to have clothes. But yeah, that's what it looks like right now, and I mean, it's completely done, so hopefully she'll like it because it looks very similar to the one on Pinterest. So yeah, there you go, guys. Thanks for watching. Bye.